So today I'll talk about indices. There are 10 laws of indices, but let's start to know what is indices first. So, indices is a number that is expressed in the form of index notation, which also known as a to the power of n. As you can see, a is the base and n is the index or power. So, we can express the number in index notation in a few ways. For example, let's take a look at example 1. Example 1, the question gives the answer and we need to find the index notation. So, how we get 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, which equals to 2 to the power of 3. Next is 27, which is 3 times 3 times 3, which equals to 3 to the power of 3. And same goes to the 81 and 256, which I've drew earlier. 81 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which gives the answer is 3 to the power of 4. And 256 is 4 times 4 times 4, which gives the answer 4 to the power of 4. Not only that, in index form, we can also use another ways. So, let's take a look at example 2. The difference is, example 1, it gives the total. Example 2, it gives the index notation. So, we need to do 2 to the power of 4 means 2 is 4 times, which gives the answer is 16. 5 to the power of 3, which gives the answer is 125. Next, as you can see, there are 10 laws of indices. Now, let's go one by one to see the example of few questions in each law. For law number 1, a to the power of m times a to the power of n, which equals to a to the power of m plus n, which means the number in the index form can be simplified by adding the power since the base is the same. For example, 3 to the power of 2 times 3 to the power of 4. So the base is the same, so the base will remain the same, but the power we must add according to the law. So 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. So the answer is 3 to the power of 6. Next, 3x to the power of 6 times 5x squared. So 3 and 5 is different number. We can times it together, and the other bracket we combine the x value. So x to the power of 6 times x to the power of 2. 3 times 5 we times as usual, which gives the answer is 15. The x term, the base is the same, so how to get the answer? We, according to the law, we plus the power. So x 6 plus 2, which gives the answer is 15 x to the power of 8. It's the same one with the third example. P cube q square times pq square. We divide into two brackets, which first bracket we put the p term, and the second bracket we put the q term. So the first bracket is p term and second bracket is q term. First bracket we take the p, so p to the power of 3 times p. Next, q to q square times q square. when the base is the same, then we can add the power. So for P is P3 plus 1. For Q is 2 plus 2. So the final answer is P to the power of 4, Q to the power of 4. Law number 2, A to the power of m divided by A to the power of n equal to A to the power of m minus n, which means the number in index form can be simplified by minus the power since the base is the same. So for example, 5 to the power of 8 divided by 5 to the power of 6. So the base is the same, will remain the same. The power we must minus following the law. So 8 minus 6, which gives the final answer is 5 to the power of 2. Next, we see that the whole number is different. So we do as the previous example, 10 divided by 5, and at the bracket we put the x term. So x to the power of 14 divided by x to the power of 7. So 10 divided by 5, we divide as usual, which gives the answer is 2. And the x term, we use the law to simplify it, which gives x to the power of 14 minus 7. So the final answer is 2x to the power of 7. The third example is also similar with the previous one, which we divided into two brackets, which first bracket is P and second bracket is Q. So we take the P term and put it in the first bracket, which is P to the power of 6 divided by P. And the second one is Q to the power of 8 divided by Q squared. So when the term is the same, then we can use the law, which the power we have to minus. So for a P is P6 minus 1 and Q 8 minus 2. Final answer is P to the power of 5 and Q to the power of 6. For law number 3, A to the power of m in bracket to the power of n equals to A to the power of m times n, which means the number in index form can be simplified by multiply its index with m times n. For example, 8 squared in bracket to the power of 6, we can simplify it to 8 2 times 6, which gives the answer is 8 to the power of 12. Next, 2x to the power of 4 in bracket to the power of 3, we can simplify it by each of the value multiply with 3. So 2 to the power of 3 x to the power of 4 times 3, because this is like the power is 1, so 1 times 3 is 3, and then 2 to the power of 3, which will give the answer is 8, and 4 times 3 is 12, so the final answer is 8x to the power of 12. Next one is P to the power of 5, Q to the power of 2 in bracket to the power of 3. So as before, we divided into two bracket, which one is P term and one is a Q term. So for P term, we take the original power, which is 5, and times with the outside power 3. Same goes to the q. So q is 2 times 3, which gives the final answer is p to the power of 15 and q to the power of 6.
Now that you've reached the end of this video, we hope that it was in some ways helpful for you. If it was, don't forget to share it with your friends, and do forgive us if we lack in any ways. Lastly, don't forget to like, comment down below if you have any other video suggestions that you'd like to see, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.